SOS. Not save our souls, but save our sandwiches. That's the name of a new bipartisan bill quickly moving its way through the Georgia legislature.
It is the driving force behind one nonprofit's ability to make sandwiches for the needy that was cut off over the summer. Jennifer Bellamy explains how state lawmakers are now hoping to eliminate some of the legal red tape here.
Well, last summer, you might remember MUST Ministries was told it could no longer accept donations of homemade sandwiches for its summer lunch program. The charity had provided lunches for up to 7,000 children in 7 counties every day of summer break for 24 years. It was all made possible by volunteers who made and delivered sack lunches. That is until the health department got a tip about the program and told the charity it would have to find another way to get the food. It's all because current state law doesn't allow volunteers to make sandwiches in kitchens that aren't state certified or supervised. And they soon learned the only way around the law was to change it.
Whether you're a Republican or whether you're a Democrat, everybody is concerned about children. And so everybody's been looking and coming to us from different political parties saying, we want to help you.
And state lawmakers are doing just that. Now, a new state Senate bill sponsored by Senator Kay Kirkpatrick out of Cobb County aims to eliminate the restrictions that crippled the program. It will allow nonprofits like MUST Ministries to be exempt from rules that apply to other food establishments as long as they have a permit from the local government ensuring food is prepared safely and hygienically. The bill, called Save Our Sandwiches, has passed every hurdle almost unanimously. Just yesterday, it cleared the Senate and now heads over to the House. If it passes there and is signed by the governor, it would take effect immediately to ensure that MUST Ministries will have time to plan for this summer's sandwich program. If the law doesn't pass, though, MUST Ministries is hoping to get their kitchen state certified so they can continue to make those sandwiches under the current law.